Hope you're having a great day. And this is Good Parts episode number 156, a daily social media show where I go live Monday through Friday to share one good part from my life and or business. And excuse me for the slow start. I'm just checking my social media platforms to make sure that I'm actually live before I get into the content of what I wanted to share with you guys. So it looks like I am live on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I'm not live on Facebook. So anyway, I'm just going to roll with this. So in today's episode, I wanted to share something kind of exciting. I reached a new milestone in my affiliate position within the company that I'm promoting, the Home Business Academy. So I was recognized for this milestone. I got a trophy. I got to accept it on stage and be recognized in front of my peers. So in this video, I just wanted to share this exciting moment with you and then also share one tip for even more masterful sales. And I called this a secret in the description because I do think after having worked with a lot of people, this tip still does seem to remain a secret to a lot of people. So if you can get this tip that I'm going to share, I think you can create a lot more success in selling whatever it is that you're selling. So let's get right into this. And today's live has to be a little bit short because I have an appointment coming up here at the top of the hour. So here is my award. Are you ready? Hopefully you can see that. Isn't that a beautiful trophy? Paul Hutchings, Quad Oak Benefactor. Ad Meliora to Better Things, 11/11/2023. So that's the trophy. I'm very proud of this trophy. Quad Oak Benefactor, what that means is that through my affiliate position, I've been able to help provide 20,000 days of meals to kids in need through the organization that we donate money to. And I'm really excited about that. So yeah, it does represent income earned. It does represent sales. It does represent success achieved. And it also represents contribution. And that's actually why we decided to call these trophies benefactor trophies, because we wanted them to indicate that as people strive for and achieve these various awards, if it's something that they want to go for, that when they achieve these awards, it's not just about what they got, but it's also about what they gave in order to get what they got. So that's the story behind the benefactor title there. So I'm super proud of that and wanted to share with you guys. So thanks for letting me share that moment. Now on to the value. The tip that I wanted to share is hey, we got some comments coming in. It looks like Nick's here from Facebook. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Danny says, good morning. Nick says, yo, yo, yo. Cool. I didn't know if I was live on Facebook because I was checking and I didn't see it. So here is the quick sales secret to more masterful sales. I want to tell you a story. So my oldest son, he took over the car that I used to drive. It was the very first car that I bought myself with a loan. It's a 2000 Honda Civic. And at the time, I paid $9,000 for this car. And after I paid off the loan and got the title, I noticed that the title had a salvage title, which they didn't tell me that when I bought the car. But anyway, it was a really good car. I drove it for a very long time. And then my oldest son, he needed a car to drive, so he paid me $500 for the car. So he was driving the car, and it kept kind of like having issues. And then finally, there was a rod that started knocking in the engine. So he was out of a car, and we had this dead car sitting in the driveway. And I said, hey, you should post an ad and, see if we can sell this thing. I know that it's got a rod knock in the engine, but, I'm sure there are mechanically minded people out there that might want to pick that up and fix it. Nick says they are great cars. Yeah, Honda Civics are great cars, for sure. So my son posted the ad, and he got a guy that called and said, hey, I want to come see this car. I really want it. I've got cash in my pocket. I want to come see it. So the guy shows up, and I walk out with my son. Now, the car's still titled in my name. So rather than let my 17-year-old son just handle the sale from front to back, which I could have done and maybe I should have done, I don't know, I figured I'd give him an example. So I walked out on my yard and I met the guy and I said, "Hey, how's it going?" I shook his hand. I said, "My name's Paul. What's your name?" And then he told me his name, and his last name was familiar to me. And I said, "Are you related to such and such person?" And he says, "That's my grandpa." I said, "Oh, that's your grandpa? Man, I really like that person." He's since passed on, but I said he helped me water one of the properties that we have over in this community that he lived in. And then he mentioned, I said, "Oh, so your dad is so-and-so?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's my dad." And I said, "Oh, my son Caden actually worked for your dad a little bit." He's like, "No way, he did?" And then he started telling me about what he does for a living, and he started telling me about this shop that they're building and the business plans that they have and his educational background and all the things that he's got going on. He was just talking. And as he was talking, I was smiling and being interested and doing the best that I could to just, be excited about what he was sharing with me. And then every once in a while, I would relate a little bit to what he was sharing. Well, that got done, and it came time to show him the car. So I said, "Well, here's the car. Do you want to take a look at it?" And he goes, "I don't need to look at it. Here's the money." He pulls out the cash, slaps it in my hand. We signed the bill of sale, and off he went. He did not even look at the car. He didn't walk around it. He didn't get inside it. He didn't start it up. None of that. He just took it right there on site. And so one of the things that I mentioned to my son the day after this happened is I said, "Caden, did you notice what I did when I met this guy?" And he's like, "You showed him the car?" I was like, "Well, what was the first thing that I did?" And he started to highlight how I was talking to him, to the person. I was building a relationship with him. I was highlighting things we had in common. I was being interested in him. And I told my son Caden, I said, "If you want to be great at sales, this is one thing that's really good to learn, is that most of the time, you're not selling a product, you're selling the person on themselves. And you're finding out what it is they want, where they want to go. You're focusing most of your time on the person. And if you do that, when it comes time to give the invitation or to help someone get started, what I found is it works just like this car sale. Cash comes out, slap down on the table, sign on the dotted line, boom, let's go. Like, that's how easy sales can be if you follow this secret. And I call it a secret because I work with a lot of people and I listen to a lot of people, and I notice that a lot of people are focused on the product, and I got to master the product. And yeah, that's important. You want to know what your product is. You want to be familiar with it. You want to believe in it. But more important than that, more important than anything you can say about how great your product is how good are you with people and helping people feel seen and loved and listened to. Can you build a relationship with the person? Because if you can do that, the sale after that just becomes a matter of, do you have something that can help them get what they want? Boom, boom, it's done. So I wanted to pass this along. I think it's often mentioned thing in sales, but it's not as often listened to and applied in sales. So that was my message for today. Thanks for letting me share. I appreciate you guys for being here, everyone who tuned in and said hello. If you're catching this later on, comment down below. Let me know who you are. Let me know if you appreciated this message. Nick says, when people get their guard down, they build trust. That's right. That's exactly right. If you listen to them and their story, it builds trust and true relationships. Bingo, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everyone is skeptical. Everyone is skeptical. Like when you meet someone new, especially a marketer or an advertiser, your guard is instantly up because you're like, what are they trying to get from me? What are they trying to sell to me? What are they trying to get me to do? So our first and most important job is to overcome that by building that relationship of trust. And this is another reason, if you're doing online marketing, that creating content that's valuable is a really good thing to do, because if people can see that you're just showing up to do your best to help them, that you're okay helping them even if they don't buy from you, that goes a long way in lowering the guard and helping people feel that like, oh, he is a person that can be trusted. Not like in The Princess Bride where he says people in masks cannot be trusted. We don't want to be those guys. We want to be the people without the masks. Danny says, I think if you find common ground, they trust you more. Absolutely. 100% lutely. That's why you want to listen. Listen more than you talk, but as you're listening, find something you can relate to. and then just like highlight that a little bit. Like someone tells you they have kids and you've got kids. Oh, cool. You know, you've got 4 kids. I've got 4 kids too. And then you stop talking and then get them talking again. And you just do that every once in a while in the conversation. And that's what Danny says, you know, finding common ground, they trust you more. And that is true. So the more little pieces of common ground you can find scattered throughout that conversation, the more trust that you'll build in a conversation. So anyway, that's it, guys. If you're catching me for the first time, I do these lives Monday through Friday every day. They're called The Good Parts. I strive to share one good part from my life and or business in an effort to help as many people as I can build lives of freedom through principle-centered leadership. If you want more content from me, I'd love to encourage you to subscribe or follow me on whatever social media channel you're finding me on today. And or you can visit myfreedomfamily.com and subscribe to my email list. Now, on that page, you're going to see a message about a business. You don't have to be looking for a business. You don't have to want to join a business. myfreedomfamily.com will get you on my email list. If you happen to be open to looking at a way to grow what I believe to be phenomenal, life-changing, profitable stream of residual income in your life, then when you go to myfreedomfamily.com, you may want to pay attention to the video that's on the other side of that page. So that's it, guys. Hope you have a great day. Take action, go for your dreams, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Good Parts. Take care.